If you're a real estate agent and you want to learn how to generate ready to go, warm and hot buyer, seller, and luxury leads online, then stick around to the end of this video because this is the only Google Ads tutorial for real estate that you will ever need to watch. And if you don't know who I am, my name is Mason Stepaniak and I help real estate agents grow their businesses online. And in this tutorial, we're going to walk you through step by step on building and launching your first Google ad. So by the end of this tutorial, your Google ad is going to be up and running so you can start generating hot leads today. All right, now before we dive into the tutorial, I want to break down why Google ads are going to be effective for generating ready to go buyer and seller prospects for your real estate business. Now I've created a video that breaks this down in a lot more detail, which I'll leave a link in the description below, but simply put, when you're comparing Facebook ads versus Google ads, with Facebook, they have something that's called the special ads category. And because of this, your targeting is extremely limited and you're essentially casting a wide net and trying to pull a bunch of people in. And yes, you can find people that are ready to buy and sell, right? But you're typically dealing with someone that's a little bit further out in the sales process. But with Google, its targeting is based on keywords, and there are people that you deal with that are a lot more intentful, that are searching for homes, right? They're going onto Google and they're searching in homes for sale in Calgary or property listings in Vancouver as an example, right? And the best part about Google is they have the in-market audiences, okay? So Google has the functionality to track people's activity on them searching on different real estate websites, right? So you can get in front of people that are actively looking for properties. And this is why it's so effective to generate buyer and seller clients and make Google ads a part of your online client acquisition strategy. All right, and I also want to add that we have created our Google Ads workbook, which you can use to follow along this tutorial with and help with the creation of your Google Ads, all right? And in the workbook, you're going to find all of our keywords, our callouts, our descriptions, and negative keywords that have been tested and tried across all different markets in Canada and the States to generate real estate clients on Google, all right? So we'll leave a link to that in the description below. I'm also gonna leave a link to join our free real estate mastermind community, and it's the fastest growing real estate community on the internet. We have agents joining every single day, and in it, we're always hosting free trainings on things like marketing, sales, social media, and growing your real estate business, okay? And you're also going to be able to network and collaborate with a lot of top producers in North America. So you're definitely gonna wanna check that out. If you'd like to learn a little bit more about using all the different social media channels to generate real estate clients, including Facebook, Instagram, Google, YouTube, and TikTok, I've actually created a free 60-minute masterclass where I break it down in a lot more detail and I go through the exact action steps that you can use to start growing your business online, okay? So if you want the free masterclass, just leave a comment below and we'll send it over because we're not gonna have time to go through all of that in more detail in today's video. All right, without any further ado, let's not waste any more time and let's dive right in so we can start building your Google Ads campaign. All right, everyone, so let's get into the creation of your Google Ads account, okay? So what we're gonna do first is come here to ads.google.com and you're gonna get this homepage here. And the one thing I wanna highlight is Google very oftentimes has a promotion for its new customers where if you spend $600, you're gonna get a $600 ad credit, okay? And I think if you're in the States, it's $500, but we're definitely gonna want to implement that as soon as we get everything set up here, all right? So let's click Start Now here up in the top right corner. We'll click Create a New Account. All right, first things first, I would recommend not starting the setup process through here. We're gonna wanna switch to expert mode right away, okay? Otherwise, it's gonna set up a smart campaign and you have really limited functionality with the smart campaign. So we're gonna wanna switch to expert right out the gate. When we get to this page, we're gonna wanna select leads. All right, and then we have our different campaign types, okay? And what we're gonna be doing for this ad setup is a search campaign, but the other ones that you can use in the real estate space include the display. So when you're using the display network, really oftentimes used in your remarketing, right? You're gonna wanna set up a display campaign as well. Okay, you also have your shopping, which we're not going to use in this. Is more for products, and then your video campaigns, which is going to be your YouTube ads specifically. Okay, so with that, we'll click search, and then regarding select the ways you like to reach your goal, we'll do lead form submissions. That's going to be our main conversion. Okay, I'll just move up here. Click continue. Okay, so with that, for campaign name, we'll go buyers search. Okay. Now, for the purpose of this example, we're going to use one of our clients' accounts who's located in Vancouver. His name is Rob, and we're going to be using his website to set everything up. Okay, so in terms of the locations for the targeting, we're going to want to get specific. All right, so we're going to want to do Vancouver, but the one thing I want to emphasize is when you're doing your targeting for like a Google Ads campaign, we're not just going to want to target one specific area. Okay, so like for an example, we're not just going to want to target downtown Vancouver, but we're also going to want to target everywhere around, right? So for this, we're going to be, Rob is located in Surrey specifically, but we're going to want to target all the locations around Surrey as well, because more than likely, you're going to get people that are looking in other areas to move into the location that we're setting it up in. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll type in, like we got Vancouver, we'll add Richmond. We'll add Burnaby, Surrey. Port Coquitlam. Port Moody. Coquitlam. Right, Delta. Right, what else we got? Abbotsford, Langley. All right. Zoom out a little bit here. Add Maple Ridge. Okay, perfect. So now what we're gonna wanna do, we have enough targeting areas. We're also gonna wanna put negative locations as well, just to kind of eliminate the possibility of spending money on our clicks from external countries. So what we're gonna wanna do in our Google Ads workbook, we have the negative locations that you want to implement, right? So we have India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, China, Indonesia, Philippines, Brazil, and Russia. Okay, so we'll start adding these in. We'll just exclude these, okay? India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, China. Indonesia, Philippines. Okay, those will be kind of the major ones where you get just like bad clicks. Okay, so now with that we can click save. Now for languages, depending where you are in like Canada or the States, like if you're in Canada, you can add French in here. If you're in the States, you can add Spanish. But for this, we will keep it English. Now for the budget, all right, so we are gonna wanna keep this between $20 to $30 per day minimum. And just to kind of put it in perspective, our typical clients generate real estate buyers and sellers, the cost per acquisition can be anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000. Okay, so with that, we always recommend starting at about $1,000 a month, which is around that $30 per day mark. And it does seem scary at first, right? But when you start implementing Google Ads effectively and you have a whole process that takes these leads and converts them into clients, you're going to start to see a massive return, right? And for us specifically, like, we spend thousands of dollars every single month because we get a 5 to 10x return on our ad spend every 30 to 60 days. Okay. Now, the one thing I want to emphasize is that a lot of work does go into generating leads online, and we still need to develop that relationship with these prospects through building a brand, through video content, right? And through having effective text and email sequences, right? And you can easily generate leads. It's one of the easiest things to do. And we teach our clients to do within our program. It takes, 30 minutes to 60 minutes, right? That's the easy part. But having a process in place to take these leads and turn them into paying clients, you need to make sure you're able to do this effectively, or you have a coach or mentor that has the knowledge and the skills to convert these leads and help you with the negotiations and dealing with objections, right, to actually bring them across the finish line. All right, so that's the one thing I really want to hit home here, is that the lead generation part is the easy part, but you're going to want to make sure you have the system in place and make sure that you have the coaching and mentoring to turn these leads into paying clients. All right, so for the purpose of this example, we'll use a $30 per day budget. Now, we were gonna want to set up our conversions, which we will do later on in this video, okay? But yeah, we don't wanna keep it with clicks, right? Because the whole purpose of us spending money on Google Ads is to generate leads, right? But we have to be able to set up the conversion actions within our websites to be able to track that and to optimize it, right? So we will set up the conversion action later on. But right now, for the purpose of this, for the account setup, we'll leave it on clicks and then switch it to conversions once the conversion action is set up, okay? All right, so now setting up the ad group here, right? So this is kind of where we set up the keywords, the targeting and whatnot. And we want to do this when we set it up at scale, we do it per area, okay? But for this example, we're going to work specifically in Surrey, okay? So we'll call the ad group Surrey. Right, and then what we'll do is we will add in Rob's website here. And again, this is completely optional, but the website will pull some keywords as an example for some suggestions. And then what we want to do is go to the Google Ads workbook here and copy all of these keywords, okay? Yes, we got some here. And then what we'll do is adjust all of these. So Surrey real estate, Surrey townhomes, all Surrey. Okay. Oh. We'll type in BC. There we go. Okay. So that is how we add in the keywords. Now, with as I mentioned, as we start to scale up our ad campaign, you're going to want to test other areas or other municipalities, right? Especially if you're in a metro like Toronto, Vancouver, LA, right? You're gonna want to test more specific locations. That's where we found that we get higher conversions, and cheaper conversions is when you get a little bit more specific in your targeting, right? Instead of just doing a whole broad city where the keyword competition is going to be high, you're going to want to dial in your marketing to the municipality or even to the neighborhood, and you're going to get a lot cheaper results. Okay. All right. So now we're going to go into the creation of the ad itself. And this is what's going to be shown on the Google search when someone searches in the keywords that you put in your ad group. Okay. So what we're going to want to do for the first, like the final URL, it's going to be the search link based on the location or the product of the custom list of homes that you want to advertise. So for this example, we're going to do homes in Surrey, right? So on your IDX website, and I strongly recommend you do get an IDX website for Google, and just to kind of provide some context why, with Facebook ads, you have the Facebook lead form and it captures the lead information, but with Google, you can't really drive it directly to a lead form, right? So what the IDX website does is it acts as that lead form and it captures your lead information. And if you are spending money on Google ads, you want to make sure that you are getting in as much contact information, as many leads as possible. Okay, so what we're going to want to do on your website is go to the search tool, okay, and then create a search specific to the ad in which you are creating. Okay, so for an example, right, this list of homes is going to be for Surrey properties. Okay, so what we can do is now take this link from the IDX website and put that as your final URL. All right. And then for the display path, what we'll do is just do search and then Surrey. Okay. Now with the headlines, right, in our agent initiative Google Ads workbook, we do have our headlines set up specifically for you. Okay. So what we can do is start copy pasting each of these in. So we can shrink this down a little bit. Updated listings 24/7. City homes for sale. And just keep adding these in. Homes you love. Alrighty. Okay, so now we're gonna want to pin these as well. So each of the headlines shows up in a specific area, okay? And typically what I like to do when it comes to like the city specific ones, right? So like for an example, Surrey property search or all city homes for sale, right? We're gonna want to pin these as number 1, okay? And then anything pertaining to like the MLS or listings, I usually recommend pinning as number 2. And then for the promotional stuff, so like a perfect home for you as this example, you're gonna wanna pin as number 3, okay? So all Surrey homes for sale, pin at 1. A perfect home for you, we'll pin that one at 3. Free MLS search, so this will be number 2. Live MLS search, this will be number 2. Updated listings, that'll be number 2. So we'll do Surrey, homes for sale. That'll be, we'll pin at number 1, number 2. Then this one we'll do, yeah, like 100,097 active listings. That you can get off of your website. So this one we will pin at 2. Gorgeous Can't Miss Homes, that'll be number 3. And there we go. Okay, so now right? This is what it's going to show up as on the Google search on your phone. And then if you search it up on a computer, this is what the advertisement's going to look like. All right. Now we're going to want to do our descriptions. Okay. And we've included these in the workbook, so you can just copy paste a couple of them here. Right. There we go. Okay. And then when it comes to the headlines and the descriptions, guys, I always recommend searching for other ads, not just in your market, but in other markets as well, to try and find more inspiration for other headlines, right? Because advertising is all about testing and seeing what works and seeing what doesn't. The best way to get inspiration is to find other ads that are working, right? So what we'll do here is we will go to Google, type in Vancouver homes for sale, or I guess we'll do Surrey homes for sale, right? And then we can see like right here, right? So all of these sponsored ads, these are other active advertisements within Surrey, right? So like we got one here, designed with you in mind. So this is more of a community one. Surrey homes for sale, now selling, right? So yeah, these are kind of what we have on the go already. See what other ones we have. South Surrey homes for sale. So we could add that in as well, right? Now let's try Vancouver and see if there's some other ones. North Vancouver. Yes, this is more images, our featured listings, get a property evaluation. So this is more on the seller side, right? Kelowna homes for sale. Yeah, so essentially pretty much everything that we've implemented already, right, is within what we're seeing on the Google Ads feed, okay? So what we'll do is we'll just add that one for South Surrey homes for sale. Just pin that number one. Alrighty, there we go. Typically for like business names and logos, I like to leave those empty. It doesn't really serve as big of a purpose on search campaigns. And then with site links, okay? So I always explain to agents that there's a couple different ways that you can go about this, right? And the first is that you can do with your site links different price ranges. You can do different products or different areas, right? So essentially what the site link is you can point to other areas within your, on your website. So you're also going to be able to take up more space on your Google ads. So it shows like it takes up more space on the Google feed when someone searches, right? What we'll do here, actually just doubling back a little bit, we'll just add Surrey in here. All right, so just for the purpose of this example, right, what we'll do is we'll add in a site link here. And we'll do it for instead of Surrey, we'll do a Langley list of homes, right? So we'll go Langley homes for sale. Best homes for sale in Langley. We'll go for the second description, go like fast and free real estate search. Okay. Then for the final URL, what we'll do is just add another area of the website. Okay. So we'll go back to the search. Oh. There we go. Then take this link, add that in there. And the best thing with the site links, guys, because the reality is convenience sells, right? And the more like people, your ad's gonna pop up in front of people that aren't specifically looking for the ad that it came in under, right? So for this example, they're gonna come in under the Surrey list of homes keyword, but they might be looking in other areas as well, right? And if we're giving them the option not just to search in Surrey, but to search in other areas as well, or to look at different products, you're giving a prospect or a viewer another option to, or the other opportunity to click on your website. Okay, so add that as another site link. We'll save it, right, and apply it. And now it's showing up here on the advertisement as well, right? And if we take a look at it, now it's taking up more space on the feed, right? And if we can implement 4 site links, right, your ad's going to be a lot larger, and it's going to stick out when someone comes and searches on Google. All right. So yeah, regarding this, we're all set. Do a quick double check here. More asset types. Yeah. So for callouts, what we can do, right, is like upsizers, downsizers, investors, first-time buyers, right? The different types of buyer or seller that you'd be working with, just calling those types of prospects out. And we'll apply those. Lead forms we'll leave. And then I would always recommend putting your phone number on as well, right? Because you never know, you might get an inbound phone call from someone that searches, right? So we'll go 403 555. There we go, we'll save that. Okay, so we go 403 555. Oh, that's why. Change this to Canada. There we go. Alrighty, so yeah, always do a quick double check, guys. I've found there's usually 1 or 2 errors before you launch. There's always something that's missed, so you always want to do a quick double check before you start spending money on it, right? So want to make sure that all the the placeholders were filled in, which it looks like we were. Looks like we're all good, right? Good stuff. Check the ads, make sure they all look good. And with this, guys, as well, you're going to see this up at the top regarding the ad strength. I try not to take it to heart because some of our top performing ads have shown as poor on this ad strength element here. So you can always go in and, try and optimize and add, more popular keywords, make your headlines more unique. But in reality, it's really just a supplement. So I wouldn't like this isn't written in stone. It's all about testing your ads, optimizing down and seeing what works, right? And Google makes its recommendations, but it's not always correct. All right. So now we'll click save and continue. Alrighty, so now just confirming our payment, right? So as I mentioned previously, we do have that introductory offer where if we spend $600, we do get a $600 ad credit. You're just going to want to put in your time zone, all of your information. And then, yeah, with this, okay, so it's going to offer some consultations from the Google Ads experts over the phone or even over a Google Meets invite. And I really want to strongly recommend that that you guys don't do this. We've conducted multiple of these calls with Google, and we haven't gotten really any value out of it, right? The thing with Google is all of their members are trained and they're generalists, right? And they're good with giving very generalized advice as it pertains to setting up a Google account. But when you're dealing with real estate, right, it's very specific in the way that things are structured, especially when we're dealing with IDX websites. And when you ask for those recommendations, the Google Ads, at least in our experience, the Google Ads experts have left us high and dry. Okay, so I would tell you, don't waste your time. If they reach out to you, which they will, either through email or through phone, just don't waste your time with them. You're not going to get any value out of the calls. And in some cases, they have asked us to spend more money when we didn't think it was always the best idea. And their whole job is to get you to spend more money on their platform. Okay, so if you guys have the option, I would just say don't do it. It's very strongly recommended against. Okay, then we can click no here and submit. All right, so now that the ads are complete, we're gonna wanna set up our conversion actions, all right? Because if we're spending money using Google Ads, driving traffic to our website, we want to know which ads are converting most effectively. Okay, so from the main screen here, we're going to go to goals, and then under the summary page, click new conversion action, and then website. And then we'll take the name of our website domain here and paste it in, and it's going to scan it and provide some recommendations. And if it doesn't, what we'll do, we'll just set up the conversion action manually. All right. So under the category for the action optimization, we'll select submit lead form. We'll call the conversion action website conversions. Okay. For value, we don't want to use a value for this conversion action, so we'll just select that. For the count, we'll select 1 because we don't want to count every time a lead comes in or comes back to a website, right? Especially as we adopt remarketing, we want to only make the count every time a lead opts into your website, okay? And then all of this we can leave as is, so select done, save and continue. Alrighty, so we can just close this, right? We'll open up the conversion action here, and then go to tag setup. And then what we're gonna wanna do is install the codes on our IDX website, okay? So with that, within the conversion action, you're gonna get 2 codes. And the first one is your Google tag code, which gets put in the header of the website, and then the event snippet, which counts the conversion event, right? So if you have a KV Core website, you can actually go into the back office and install this manually. But if you have a Chime, a Brivity, a Real Geeks website, you're actually going to have to email their support these codes so they can install them for you. All right. So once the codes are installed, right, we're going to want to change our bidding strategy to conversions. Because if you recall, back in the beginning of the tutorial, we weren't able to use the conversion bidding strategy because we hadn't set it up yet. Okay, so what we're going to do is come into campaigns, right? Actually, we'll start at overview, select campaign, we'll do the buyer search. And then right here under more details, select edit in settings. Right, okay, and then here under bidding, we'll click change bid strategy. And then if your code is set up correctly and it's firing and it's tracking those conversion actions, this will change back to conversions, okay? So we can select save here. And there we go. So that's how you set up your conversion actions. All right, now another thing that we're gonna wanna do is set up our negative keywords so we're not wasting money on clicks on people that are searching up other terms that aren't specific to the types of clients that we're trying to attract, like rental leads or commercial leads as an example, right? So we'll go back into the campaign here, go to search keywords, and then negative search keywords, and we'll open this up. And then in the Google Ads workbook, right, we've added in a list of some of our negative keywords that you can add in here as well. So we'll just add these in. Okay, copy paste. Here we go, and we'll save those. Perfect. And then my last recommendation here, guys. So Google has a tool here that is really critical for adding in additional keywords. So you can go in and add keywords that are specific to your market, and you have a good understanding of which ones specifically are performing, right? So on the left side, we'll go to Tools, Keyword Planner, and then Discover New Keywords, right? And then we'll type in real estate. As an example, we'll change this from Canada to the market that we're serving. So in this example, we're doing Surrey, British Columbia. We'll click save and then get results. All right. Perfect. All right. So now we can see all of the keywords that are performing that pertain to real estate. All right. So as an example, we can see homes for sale near me are getting about 100 to 1,000 monthly searches. Same with realtor.ca. This is a really common one up here in Canada. Homes for sale, right? So we can add all of these in to test into our keywords. All right. So what we're going to want to do is add it into our campaign. Okay. Click this, click the ad group specifically. Okay. And then add keywords. All right. So that's how you add, or that's how you utilize the keyword planner to add keywords into your campaign. All right, everyone, we are finally finished. The setup of your Google Ads campaign is complete. So we are ready to publish and get it live. So all we got to do that is come in here to campaigns and change this button from pause to enable if it already isn't on. Okay. So with that, right, the one thing I really want to hit home on is that the leads that are generated through your Google campaigns, it's really just the first step in the process, right? Because this is just what gets people in the door so we can start creating these conversations. And the lead generation is the easy part, but no amount of leads is going to fix a broken sales process. So make sure that you're working with someone that has done this before, that knows how to talk with these leads and convert them and handle the common objections that these types of prospects have, because we're not really dealing with referrals here, right? These are a type of prospect that are at a different point in the sales process, and there is a very specific type of way to sell these prospects, right? So at the Agent Initiative, we actually teach you how to implement your lead generation and your branding, but to also help you develop those sales skills and those processes so you can develop those relationships with these prospects using different email sequences, video content, and CRMs. So we're taking the people that haven't heard of you before that come in under your Google Ads, and we actually convert them into business, right? And a lot of work goes into converting online leads, right? So we still need to develop that relationship. We still need to have a solid brand in place, and we still need to have a solid sales process, right? So if you're interested in working with the Agent Initiative, where we work with you more one-on-one and provide a holistic approach and support you through implementing all of this, I'll leave a link in the description where you can apply to work with us and see if you can qualify. And if you do, we'll hop on a quick call and learn more about your business and where you're at. And we'll give you a little bit more detail about our program and see if there's an opportunity to work together. All right, everyone. So that is how you effectively set up your Google Ads campaign so you can start generating ready to go buyer and seller leads. All right. So thank you so much for watching the video. If you got some value from it and you want to keep seeing our videos, make sure you smash the like button and you subscribe to our channel so you can stay up to date with all of our latest content. All right. And if you have any questions about setting up your Google Ads campaign, or if you want to let us know what your favorite part about the video was, make sure you leave a comment below. All right. So my name is Mason Stepaniak. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.